Hi, everyone, and welcome back. I'm Adriana Monique Alvarez, and we are continuing our conversations with the contributors of Awakening. And I'm so excited to have Chanel with us today. Chanel, welcome. Tell us where you're joining from.
Hello, everyone. Yeah, I'm joining you from Albania today. I know, Adriana, you're a big fan. I'm from England, but I've been traveling for the last 2 years and currently in Albania.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited you're there. I'm like vicariously living through you right now. So I'm
Yeah,
glad you're having a good time.
yeah, that's exactly what Amoya said as well. That's what she said too, seeing all the photos. I'm just going to share onto my profile as well.
Yes. Feel free to share that over to your profile. And Grant's just going to make a little pop-in entrance. Hey, baby doll, I'll be with you in just a minute, okay? Don't worry. You want to say hi? You want to say hi? While Chanel's sharing. All right, you go find Daddy. So I am super excited to talk to Chanel because this year, right, anyone who I don't know if you've managed to live in a cave. I kind of wish I would have managed to live in a cave this year. But if you've managed to live in a cave this year and missed it, like being online and finding a way to use this technology and the world at your fingertips to create a business, to create a life, to create income, it's a real good idea. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Chanel, tell us a little bit about what you wrote about in your chapter and why.
Thanks so much for having me on today. And this last year has been, I know, an emotional roller coaster, financial worry, everything for a lot of people. And when it all kind of kicked off, I decided immediately that I was not going to let it impact me or my life or my business. I was going to continue and do everything exactly as I was doing. Um, I don't like the whole panic mode that a lot of people went into when it first happened, and everyone was like freaking out, and everyone thought the world was going to end and all that kind of stuff. I was like, no, everything's going to be fine, and so it has been fine. But my business already before lockdown, before the pandemic happened, was helping women to launch online businesses so they could travel the world with their kids. I have a 12-week program called the Dream Club, and so when you asked for, which chapter people wanted to write and things like that, I really wanted to write a chapter about digital products and digital services that you can create in the online space. And when I started out in my business, I didn't have any money to invest. I had £300 in my bank account when I left the UK to travel the world, and I was trying to figure it all out by myself until I came across you. Actually, you were the first person I actually paid.
What? I didn't
Yeah,
know that.
yeah, you were the first person I paid. I did that course, the recorded course of yours, and that really, really helped me get to the next level and stuff like that. But when I started out, I didn't have money to invest, and I know a lot of people don't have a lot of money to invest in a business. And usually, what happens is you think that you only need, you only need maybe a website, and that's a couple of thousand, and then you need to run Facebook ads, and that's thousands, and all these expensive, complex things are things you think you need. And for me, it was really important to show people that you don't need a website, you don't need Facebook ads, you don't need funnels, you don't need any of that stuff at the beginning. All you need is to learn a strategy for sales and marketing. If you know how to create an offer, market yourself, and sell, you can have a business and you can make money forever. You don't need anything else. Yes, in the future, you might want to get a website. Yes, in the future, you might want to do whatever else. But it's really important to realize what are the top highest paying business models that you can create with pretty much nothing. So that's what my chapter's about. My chapter's about what are the top highest paying online business models that you can start without any upfront investment, just using your Facebook personal profile, not spending any money on ads, not having a fancy website, and all that kind of stuff, really. And so, obviously, with the pandemic coming around about the same time, it's just so happened that what I've written about has become essential rather than just optional. Really, I believe to women all over the world who need to continue to create an income for their families.
It's true. I want to emphasize that this is not a luxury. This is not for people who have their life figured out. This is not for special people over there that you kind of have on a pedestal. I completely agree. This is essential for every woman to do. And I can tell you, I completely agree with your philosophy because When I transitioned online, I didn't do any of it. I didn't even have a website for my online services for at least the first almost a year, actually. I didn't do Facebook ads. I didn't pay into anything. I went live on my Facebook profile every day because I had to keep talking. I had to find my way, right? And I love that. So let's talk a little bit about this, yeah, because probably one of the best things that has happened this year is that people realize, um, whether they lost their job or it shuffled and switched in some way, this was a good year to realize, you know what, I might actually hate what I've been doing for a living, and now is a good time to make that shift and that transition. Yeah.
Yeah, and not only that, like a lot of people realize, why am I driving to sit in an office every day when I could just do this all at home? Like, yes, for some people they need the social element. There's always going to be some people who maybe live alone and they really want to go to work every day because they enjoy that, and that's fine. You go do that. But for a lot of women, especially mums, that whole having to drive to the office for a certain time in the morning and then leave late, it doesn't help the lifestyle. It's not made for parenting. And I don't think that women in the past who said they wanted to work were wrong, because obviously that created a whole shift of, like, women having freedom and independence, which obviously is amazing. But I do think there was a bit of a confusion about what that meant. So yes, women, we want to have jobs, but now we've got to do everything. Now we've got to be still just the mum who would have just been at home, looking after the kids. But now we've also got to have a career. We've got all the headspace stuff from the home, plus all the headspace stuff from the job, plus the time, just not enough hours in the day to do everything. You can't be in a full-time career and give your kids as much attention as they need. It's just not possible. So I think, yeah, there's got to be a better way. And to me, this is the better way. Like, this is the third option.
Yeah.
You've got, the two options, whether you work or whether you stay home. This is the third option. You work at home and you can have it all. And I think that's been the missing link, and the reason why, it's been so hard to have kids and be a mum, because you are expected to have a job now as a mother most of the time. You've got to contribute to the family budget or whatever. Or if you're a single mum like me, then you're the only person anyway. um, and so I think this is like maybe the next shift, of how we can actually have perfectly balanced lifestyles.
I love that. Just the other day, my grandma's trying to figure out how I make money. Anyone else have that
Oh,
situation? Their family's wondering.
my grandma's actually pretty good with stuff. She's a young grandma, so she's on Facebook. She gets it.
See,
Yeah,
see, she's on Facebook. Oh my goodness.
yeah,
And it was so interesting because she was like basically saying what you said. Like, I've only known that women who make money or women who have careers, they go to a place over there and they're there for a certain number of hours. They make a certain amount per hour and then they come home.
yeah,
And she said, you're never anywhere. I don't know where you go to work. And I said, I don't have to go anywhere. And I said, isn't that amazing? Like right now, Derek's playing with the boys. I pop in, I get to do this interview. After this, I go make breakfast and I can do a few more hours of work. So I agree. This is sort of like we've been living with two options and now we've got another option.
exactly.
So let's talk about this because I know you're good at it. Yeah, I know this won't put you on the spot. So, what do you say to the person who says, like, I hear you, I like it in theory, but what if I don't? What if I don't have a business I could create? What if I don't have a service I could provide? Right? Do you believe everyone can find their thing?
Yeah, so I pretty much built my business around that, actually. Yeah, so my free 5-day challenge, which has just happened 2 weeks ago, which happens again at the end of November, is called Discover Your Perfect Online Business. And it's 5 days in which we dig deep into you as the person. What are your passions? What are your expertise? What have you been through in life that you're proud of? And then I present some of the top prize paying business models, and we work out together within like a group setting, like, okay, what could you do that's based on your passions and your interests and your skills, and how could you turn that into a course or a coaching program or a marketing agency or a virtual assistant business, whatever it might be, an online service that you can scale. So yeah, I mean, I think it would be maybe a bit too much to say every single person in the whole wide world could definitely have an online service based business, because maybe that's not true. But I think if you want it enough and you're, a generally intelligent woman who, is motivated by this stuff, then yeah, I absolutely believe that you could do it. Definitely, especially if you get the support and, working with somebody who can help you make it happen.
It's true. I have found that when you put people in an environment where there's someone who's an expert at this like you, and then they're in community and other people can mirror this back and reflect it back to them, sometimes we don't quickly see and identify what our gifts are, what comes so natural and easy to us. And it has probably never crossed our minds that that's the very thing we could charge money for.
Exactly. Yeah. So many experiences that people have been through in their lives they don't realize could be a business. I've helped women who've lost tons of weight to become health coaches. People often think that you need to have like a coaching certificate or a fitness training PT certificate. You don't need any of that stuff. I've helped women become divorce coaches after being through a divorce. I've helped women become parenting coaches because they, have a really certain conscious parenting kind of idea about how to raise kids. There's just such a massive variety of things that you could do. If you're good with design, you could do like VA Canva work. You could do social media if you like writing, blogs. I don't know. There's just so much stuff. I've yet to meet someone who I couldn't give at least one recommendation of what you could do online. Usually it's three or four ideas that most people have. If they go through the process that I have in my 5 day challenge and they list everything they're passionate about, interests, all that kind of stuff, things they've got experience in, there's usually three or four things that you could do in the online space. And it's just deciding then which thing is going to fill you with the most joy and give you the most interest, because you have to focus on it for a long time. So you need to love it.
Yeah, I agree. Oh, yes. So, Chanel, how can people find you? Because I want everyone to go through your 5 day challenge again. I want them to go through your dream club. Where can they find you?
Yeah, so my free Facebook group is Digital Nomad Mums. And if you join that group, you'll see me all the time and all the info's in there. My website is thedreamclub.co.uk. So that's got all the information about the programs and the 5 day challenge on there as well. So those are probably the two best places to find me, easiest places to find me.
Excellent. I have to say, if you are even slightly considering going down this path, talk to Chanel. She can help you get there. Absolutely. I have no doubt in the world.
I've just started with 50 new women. So yeah, biggest intake ever, and it's actually going all right so far. This week I'm handling the comments. It's all going okay. I've got
You got this.
two groups of 25. I've got other quick little coaches helping me as well that I've trained up. So that's definitely been helpful. But yeah, 50 women have put their faith in me this month to help them launch their online business in 12 weeks. So excited, because I know by Christmas their whole outlook and life is going to have changed. And what you were talking about before with the whole, like, you have to go to work and the hourly pay, that's what we focus on shifting this week, is the mindset, the business and entrepreneurial mindset, away from that mindset of like, I have to work a certain amount of hours. And the term my hourly rate is banned in the Dream Club because we do not have hourly rates. You're not allowed unless you're a VA. But then even then, I'd rather you package, monthly retainer type things rather than hourly paid work, because you can't scale hourly paid work. There's only so many hours in the day. If you can create a service that's if you focus on the results that you're going to deliver, or the service or the package, you can then start to put systems and processes in place so that you can sell more without working more. And I've just done my first 75k launch, and I've cut my days down from 4 days to 2 days. So I'm now working less than I ever have before, which is another thing that came up this week. A lot of women worried about, oh, but they've got these underlying subconscious beliefs like, if I'm successful, I'm going to have to work really hard. I'm going to get overwhelmed. I'm going to get stressed out. I'm going to miss out on my kids. This is like a subconscious underlying belief that might block you from having success. You don't even know you're thinking it because you're not really thinking it. Your subconscious is thinking it. So this came up this week, this idea that the more money you make, the less time you'll have with your kids. And it's so not true. I'm literally working less than ever in actually online calls and all that kind of stuff. I'm still on Facebook on my phone, but what's that? It's not not really hard work, is it?
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah.
I completely agree. I tell people all the time, I didn't know this world existed 5, 6 years ago, right? I was just introduced to it about 5 years ago. And once you can expand out beyond what we have traditionally seen as work, even business, the way most people do business, right? Even a brick and mortar structure, there's always ways to improve upon it. So I'm so glad that these 50 women are yeah, in your group and learning a whole new way to look at life and business. And like you said, we're not doing this so that we can make more money and never see our kids. We're doing this because it can give us the lifestyle that we actually want and would enjoy.
Exactly. That's why my program's called the Dream Club, because it's all about creating a dream life. So it's not just about business. I think the shifts that happen within the 12 weeks are much more internal than anything else.
Yeah.
They make money, but they feel like different people by the end of it, especially those that come in really lacking confidence, really like never having invested in themselves before, like never having done anything like this before. They have the biggest transformations, and yeah, always the ones that by the end of it are like, I can't believe the person I was 12 weeks ago. And that really excites me because I never consider myself a life coach. I always consider myself a business strategy, kind of coach. But really, it is changing people's lives in so many other ways than just the money side of things, which is really, really amazing. It was something I wasn't expecting, to be honest, until I started doing it. And then I was like, wow, this is cool.
Yes, it is. It's amazing to witness the transformation. Chanel, thank you so much for contributing your chapter. I highly recommend everyone go pick up your copy. It's on Amazon. Go to Chanel's chapter. I love how you have a process and a step-by-step, and you've determined these are the highest paying. Like, you make it really easy for people to jump on and to do well, to actually have a clear path to go down. So thank you, Chanel.
Thank you so much.
Everyone, until next time, big hugs from Colorado. I'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.